What's up? What's up? What's up? I want to finally answer all the questions you guys asked me that year. I'm sure some of you are like, what is wrong with this girl? I'm so sorry, you guys. Let me start. So I've answered all the ones about weight loss, and I'm not answering any questions about weight loss ever again. Okay? Figure it out if that was not enough for you. One question: if your husband asked you guys to move back to Nigeria, would you agree? How would your kids feel? If my husband asked me to move back to Nigeria, my question is gonna be, when? How soon? I can't wait. I won't feel any type of way, like, it's my home now. I just left Nigeria. It's not even up to 2 years since I left Nigeria. So it's like, okay, whatever. For my kids, how will my kids feel? I think it's the same thing. It's not long since we left Nigeria, so my kids still, they're not so detached from Nigeria, let me put it that way. You know, I talk to my parents all the time, like we do video calls, so my kids are not, my friends are in Nigeria, or most of my friends are in Nigeria, so like, it's just, in fact, how soon can we be going? So which dollar investments were you doing when you were in Nigeria? So there are different ones that we were doing, but there's a particular one that I can talk about, and that's the one with Standard Chartered. Okay, so just go to Standard Chartered Bank and ask them for their dollar investments. They will give you different ones, and you just choose one. Okay, there's another bank that has are popular, that have a popular dollar investment. I think it's Stanbic or Standard Chartered, one of those two banks. I know you like gospel and inspirational music like me. Yes, I do. Okay, I only listen to gospel and inspirational music. Okay, her real question is, do you like poetry? A lot of songs do stem from poems, so was just curious. I hope this question is unique and out of the box. Yeah, so I actually like poetry. However, I don't like spoken word poetry. It's so cringy to me. All this, when the sound of the songs go to the sound. I don't even know how to even say this thing. I can't watch. You know, they say, I keep my phone for parlor, they watch from room. I can't watch. Okay, if someone is jealous of you and constantly spreads lies and gossip about you to people in order to dent your image, what will you do? Okay, so let me just answer. She asked two questions. Let me answer this one first, right? So if somebody is jealous of me and is spreading lies about me to other people, to be honest, there's really nothing I would consciously do. I'll just keep on living my life. Like, at this stage of my life, maybe it's my age, maybe it's my, having kids and all the things I have to do in 24 hours. I ain't got time to deal with people who I don't have to deal with, okay? If I don't have to deal with you, I am not going to deal with you, okay? It might sound somehow, but that's just the reality of my life right now. Like, I don't have enough space for frivolities or for people who do not, add to my life in any meaningful way. And by adding to my life, I don't even mean like, oh, you must add financially or you must add, spiritually or whatever. Like, if I just like you, I just like your presence, I just like your looks, and I like you, that's good for me, right? That's enough for me. But if I don't really like you, or if I see that, oh, you're jealous of me, I don't even know how to know if somebody's jealous of you, but let's just say I can tell that you're jealous of me and you're spreading lies about me, I cut you off. There's really no point, right? And also, there's no point trying to change people's opinion about you. If they come and meet you and ask you for your side of the story, of course you share your side of the story, right? But if they don't come and ask you, it's their business. It's not your duty in life to be changing people's opinions about you, okay? Because one thing I have realized about human beings is that people believe what they want to believe about you, okay? So if somebody comes to you right now or someone goes to someone else and says, oh, Ada is so and so, if they like me, or if they know me, right, and they don't think I'm that kind of person, they'll be like, this doesn't sound real, this doesn't sound true, or something is fishy in this whole story. Let me go and talk to her and know what she thinks, right? But if they tell them, Ada did this and that, and they're like, hey, are you serious? I'm not surprised, Sha. The way she used to do her face, the way she used to do her eyes, the way she used to do her teeth. I'm not surprised. It means that you've always had something in and it's fine, okay? Like, it's totally, like, nobody can make everybody happy, right? So for me, my own is that just live your life, my dear. Let the truth speak for itself. There's really no point trying to debunk or trying to go around and say, oh, she's lying about. There's really no point. And you don't have to deal with that person. There's no even point to me. I don't even care about confronting the person. If I am very sure that the person said that and the person did that, or the person is that way, if I have very strong feelings that the person that way, then I just move on from you, right? There's no even point saying, oh, I heard you did this about me. If I come and confront you about something, it means I like you. It means I want you in my life. It means that you are important to me, okay? And to be honest, yeah, the people that I even have such energy for, they are very, very few. People that can sit down confronting and be trying to iron out issues in this life, they are very, very few, because I ain't got time, okay? Does giving birth again scare you, knowing the fact that you have worked hard to lose weight and stay healthy? I won't say it scares me, okay, because again they say what you fear the most come upon you, or something like that, right? So I won't say it scares me. Let me not lie, it scares me. I'm just gonna start giving one political answer. It scares me, I beg. God, I beg, okay? God, I beg. I get some people telling me things like, oh, now that you've lost weight, you'll not get pregnant. That's the way it happens. Even as joke, I don't want it. Don't joke like that on my life, I beg. Please, I don't want it. There are so many women out there who want the fruit of the womb. There's many women out there who are praying to have kids. I direct every child that is looking at me and say, I like this woman. I want to go to your home. I'm redirecting you. There's so many amazing people in this world. Please, carry yourself and go to all those homes and visit those mothers, okay? Because for me, I'm tapped out, I'm done, it's over, like, it's over. It's over. But to be honest, there's one time I was asking Sophia, when you were in heaven, what made you come to this family? What made you come? I don't know why I was even asking that kind of question. She now said, I just saw you and I liked you and I liked my sisters and I decided to just come. I say, now joke with the joke, I've been a real, because it sounded kind of real. But I was like, I hope we're still joking here. How do you build confidence in your children this early stage of their lives? Okay, I love this question. One of the ways that I build confidence in my children is by allowing them do things, okay? I have held myself back, or I'm learning to hold myself back from always intervening in my children's lives or in my children's situations or in my children's dilemma, okay? Yeah, always trying to help them out, to, intervene when they are struggling. Leave your children to try and figure things out themselves. One of the things I say the most now in my house is, figure it out, okay? Use your head. Your head is not for fancy. Use your head. When you come and ask me, Mommy, how do I? I'll say, Cora, how do I? I redirect the question to you. And in a lot of cases, I think I was just listening with my friend recently. In a lot of cases, they come up with the correct solution. So is it that because Mommy is there, Mommy must be disturbed? I must involve Mommy in everything. Use your head and figure it out, okay? So one of the ways I instill confidence in my children is by allowing them deal with issues themselves. And when they deal with those issues, even if they don't do it so well, I applaud them for it. I say, hey, you see, you're very smart. You see, you could come up with a solution. You see, doesn't this make sense? This makes sense now. So why are you always waiting for me to come and answer you or come and tell you, give you the answer? I feel like it builds confidence in them to know that, okay, they can do some things by themselves. Okay, confidence in their abilities, okay? Now, this is aside, words of affirmation. I give them words of affirmation all the time. I tell them, oh, you're smart, you're intelligent. You see, whenever you put in effort into things, you see that you always do well. So always put in effort, always be hardworking, you're very smart, you're very innovative, you're very beautiful. So all those words of affirmation, they help. But I feel like the biggest way to build confidence is to allow them do stuff and allow them take charge, allow them make decisions for themselves in certain things. In certain things, don't forget that they're still children. So I'm not here saying everything. You have to say, come and choose. Do you want this or do you? I'm not doing that. I don't have time for that. I don't have energy for that. Okay. But in certain things that doesn't really affect their general well-being, or just allow them make certain decisions for themselves and honor those decisions, okay? How do you stay consistently in love with the same person over the years, marriage-wise? This is a good question. How do you stay consistently in love? The truth is, when they say love is a decision, It might sound corny, it might sound, like cliche, but it is corny and cliche for a reason, and that's because it is true. Okay, so you have both decided that you want to be married to each other. My dear, suck it up. Suck it up. Okay, as long as okay, let me be serious, right? The first part to this is that start by choosing the right person. Sometimes I feel like the reason why you are struggling to be in love, or you are struggling to stay in love, or you are struggling to submit, in quote, or honor your partner is because you did not choose the right person. You chose a nonsensical efulefu. Anyway, whatever. I don't even want to start giving disclaimers. Whatever. All I'm saying is that if you choose the right person, you know that this person is a good person, this person is a sensible person, this person is an intelligent person, this person, loves you and has your best interest at heart, this person, is thinks properly, this person has sense. It's easy to just, be in love with that person. Now, there are times when you might not feel in love, okay? There are times when you're just like roommates or just like housemates, or you're just like, whatever, I don't have time for you, like I'm not in the mood for you. Or not even that. There are even times when you guys are so focused on your goals or your, or things that are happening around you, they don't really have that much time for each other. Maybe you are focused on kids, you're raising kids, or there's something happening at work that is making you guys, kind of drift apart. There are seasons like that, okay? But knowing that you guys are working towards a common goal, knowing that the person you chose has a vision that is the same, that aligns with yours, okay, or that you align with, it's not that difficult, okay? To me, that's why I always say marry with sense. I always start with that. I think I made a video about this a while ago. Marry with sense. Don't enter into marriage and then that's when you now start trying to before you get married, that's when you should do your homework and your due diligence, okay? Don't be carried away by looks or carried away by, I'm not saying looks are not important though, please carry your eye, go market, okay? Carry your eye, go market. I'm not saying looks are not important, but looks are not the most important, okay? Because at the end of the day, love can grow, okay? So even if somebody is not like physically your type 100%, if you spend so much time with that person, this is what I believe, Sha. If you spend a lot of time with that person, the person will suddenly might not even become your type, but the person will start looking appealing to you, okay? I had this friend in uni, one guy like that used to say that he always surrounds himself with beautiful girls because he doesn't want to marry an ugly person. And I mean, he'll say it then and we'll all laugh, but that's the truth, okay? If you hang out with that person that maybe when you first saw the guy, you were like, what's with this? Hey, it's not fine. Trust me, give it some time, especially when his character and his personality and his sense of humor is top notch. You will stop seeing all those things that you're like, look at his nose, look at his teeth. You will stop seeing all those things. You will marry him, okay? So that's why I'm saying forget looks. Even though yes, looks are important. Like to me, looks are important, but looks are not the most important. And sometimes when it comes to looks, it is because of the person's situation in life at that time. People actually look better when they are more established, they have a wife, or they are now in a steady relationship, they are now more established, they now have more money. People start looking better, male or female, especially male, but male or female, people start looking better when they are settled, they start making money, they are growing, they start eating well, they start taking care of themselves, they're no longer in that survival mode of maybe uni or just starting up in their business or in their jobs, right? People start looking better. So looks, you can always finesse looks, and you can always go around looks, right? Anyway, summary of this whole long talk is that marry right, okay? Make sure that you and your partner have the same vision, and just suck it up, and you just go through those low days really quickly, because you know that this is your person. You are spending the rest of your life with this person, right? You're not going anywhere, he's not going anywhere. So you might as well just relax. Relax. Not every time that you're looking for, I want to just jump his bones. Every time you see him, your heart is beating, your butterflies. It's not every time. Like sometimes focus on other things. Don't you have to Don't have anything important to do with your life. Don't you have something important to do with your life? It's not every time you're thinking of romance. You're thinking, There are times when it is important, it's good, it's sweet. Like trust me, romance is very, very sweet, right? But there are other times when that's not the priority, and you're good. It's not like, because you guys are not in very romantic mode that period, then that means you guys are now enemies. No. You just have other priorities at that time, and it's fine. Yeah, like, I don't know how to explain this thing. At some point, it becomes your family member. Rest. Next one, how do you deal with a person who never accepts his or her wrong? Okay, like I said, if I don't have to deal with you, I don't have to deal with you. Okay, so it's just for you to put out the truth out there, or you put out the facts out there and just let them be. Because, okay, no, let me answer this question more seriously, because I think I have personal experiences with this, right? I noticed that there are some people who initially I was like, what is wrong with this person? They always used to have heated arguments about little things, even when they are wrong. Okay, because me as a person, one thing I always tell people is that if you notice, if you are close to me, you notice that if I'm not sure about something, I don't argue it with too much agidi. Let me give an example, right? So let's say now there's something, or there's a field or a particular concept or a particular thing that I am not really, really familiar with. I'm kind of familiar with it enough to have an opinion, but I'm not really so familiar with the nitty-gritty to have a very strong, opinion about it, right? When it comes to things like that, when I want to argue about such things, I won't argue about it with so much vim, so much agidi, okay? I'll just be like, are you sure? I think this thing is B, but if you say it's A, okay, let's see now, maybe one day, or I'll go and Google it, but I'll be like, are you sure? Me, I think it's B. The person will be like, no, it's A. And I say, me, I think it's B. I think I heard that it's B, but okay, fine. If you say it's A, then, so be it, right? Then if it's something I'm sure of, that's when I'll argue with it. That's when I'll argue it very well. And I will stick to that, my answer, okay? I might tell you, what, fine, whatever you want to say, that's good with you, but the answer is pink. I will not say to each their own, or you're saying your truth and my truth. I don't believe in your truth, my truth, their truth. There are some things that it is clear and evident what is true and what is false, okay? Anyway, I had some relationships in my life that me and the person will be arguing about something, and the person will be arguing with so much energy, power, and I'm like, this is something I know for a fact, and you are arguing it, and you have refused to see that you are wrong about this thing, right? One thing I have realized that happened in some of those cases is that where I was in life, the person was not there. What I had gone through in life, the person had not gone through it. What I have seen, my experience in life, the person had not experienced it. So they were talking from a place of inexperience. They're talking from a place of lack of knowledge, right? And over time, I have seen those people adopt my stance, or now they never came to tell me, oh, sorry, I was wrong, you were right. No, they never came to do that. But over time, I have seen them either agree with me or say those things I was arguing about then. They're now saying it as if it's their original thoughts. I'm like, wow. But me, my personality, I don't even go and rub it in. I don't even go and try and start arguing with them. I'm just like, oh, fine. Or try and start reminding them that I remember when we argued about this thing and you said this. I just let it go, right? So for me, if somebody never really accepts their wrong, I just give them grace and let it go, right? But when it comes to you are hurting me and you don't want to accept your wrong, I don't have to deal with you. That's my point, right? So when it depends on what situation. What are practical ways of getting inspiration as a writer? Other people, other writings, read, okay? Read what other people have written, go on long walks, without, without distraction, okay? Raw dog, that's what they call it, raw dogging. Raw dog a lot more often, okay? Raw dogging means like going on a flight without phone, without watching anything. You're just sitting down quietly throughout the flight. Go on a walk and just raw dog the whole walk. You don't have to put earphone or something in your ears or listening or talking with anybody. Just be quiet, okay? When you're having your bath, just be quiet. Silence has a way of, bringing up stuff, things that you did not really recall or things that you have suppressed. There are some things that you just see and pass, right? Your brain registers it, but at that time, your brain is not recalling it, right? In that moment of raw dogging, that moment of silence, that's when your brain starts to recall some of those things, right? Ask the Holy Spirit for inspiration as well and listen and write down, okay? So, but for me, as a YouTuber, how I get inspiration is, aside all of these things I just mentioned, is by watching other people, okay? I'm not saying go and copy people. I don't believe in copying people, but get inspired, read, watch other people, listen to other people, read other people, and then get inspired and, take action, okay? Take action. Don't just be quiet and just watch other people all the time. You have to take action. You have to sit down and, create. In that process of creating, that process of writing, that process of doing, you actually get more inspiration. Do you believe, or what do you think of this saying, avoid those who hate your parents, they don't love you? I believe it 100%. There's no way you don't like my parents and you like me. I don't understand. What are you liking about me? What are you liking about me? But me, the issue I'm having now with my parents, the issue I'm having now with parents is that you will tell me somebody did this, somebody did that. Me, I have carried the beef already on my head. It's not even just parents, it happens with friends as well. Somebody offended you, somebody is doing this to you, somebody did that to you. Me, I have not carried the beef on my head. It's not like I'm actively beefing the person. I always say, I don't collect my friends' enemies. What I mean by that is that just because somebody is your enemy doesn't mean that I'll not see the person and go and insult the person or go and be joining mouth where I don't even know the genesis of the whole thing, right? However, I don't have to be friends with you either. Like, if my friend tells me that you did something to them or you did something bad to them, I avoid you like a plague. I just, avoid you basically if I don't have to be friends with you. Or like, let's say if we were 3 mutual friends that knew each other at the same time and then 2 of them fall out, I'll try and make peace, right? But if it's me and my friend, we met you at some random time and you hurt my friend, why would I go out of my way to now go and be friends with you? Like, it doesn't even make sense, right? So the same thing with my parents. If it's that, for my parents, it's even worse. For my parents, if you offend my parents, I just keep you one side, right? So with my parents now, you have come to tell me this person did this to you. I have carried beef for that person. I've eaten the beef very well. I've digested the beef very well. Then tomorrow, you are now laughing with the person. You are now visiting the person. You are now calling the person on the phone. Where does that leave me now? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Because you've moved on, I've not moved on. I'm still looking at the person with side eye, right? So that one happens a lot with parents. But yeah, I'd rather do that than for somebody that hates my parents. I'm not laughing with the person. It doesn't make sense to me. So of course, if you don't like my parents, like you've drawn the line in the sand. How do you keep the bond between you and your siblings on? Communication. We just talk, do video calls. It's just communication, to be honest. But I don't know if this is just my family thing, but me and my siblings were very close, and we don't have some of the beefs and fights that I see other people say they have with their siblings on social media. I don't get it. I see people say things like, sisters, one day sisters are fighting and insulting each other. The next day they are loving each other and sharing things. I cannot relate to me and my sister. We hardly fight. Like me and maybe when we are children, when we are babies, but as adults, me and my sister don't fight, we don't quarrel. We are good. Like, we have fun, we have some little disagreements here and there, but it's nothing like, we now insult each other. Now, I can't remember the last time me and my sister raised voice at each other. Yeah, the same thing with my brother. Like, when I see people on social media post certain things about, when you have a brother, they now show one kind of ridiculous situation. I'm like, I cannot relate to. I don't know if it's just my family. I don't know how my mom raised us, but we like each other genuinely and we don't hurt each other and we don't try to hurt each other. And if we hurt each other mistakenly, we apologize and move on. There's no exchange of words or like, I see my siblings, like, I don't know how to explain it. The way I see my siblings, I don't know how to explain it. And we extend that same love and respect to our siblings' spouses, right? So the way I love my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law, I can't even imagine me and my sister-in-law now exchanging words, shouting at each other, insulting each other. Now what happened? Or my brother-in-law, hey, it's not even, brother-in-law is even worse. My sister-in-law, that was I was like, okay, we're more chummy, so maybe we might have disagreement. But my brother-in-law, from where to where? Okay, another question she asked, which is kind of related, is what do you think about stepping back from an undefined relationship? Okay, well, not really similar. So practical ways to stop caring about people who take you for granted. Again, I don't have the bandwidth is it bandwidth they call it? Yeah, bandwidth. I don't have the mental, physical, emotional, spiritual bandwidth to deal with anybody who, like I said, does not serve me. Okay, if you take me for granted, I take you for granted back now. I don't understand. I don't understand. You take me for granted, I take you for granted back. You don't like me, I don't like you. I like who likes me, I love who loves me. Like, that's how I am. That's how I've always been. I am too self-sufficient. I think that's the word I'll use. I'm too self-sufficient. I'm too independent emotionally to deal with unrequited love or undefined relationship, or relationship that now you go to define them. Now you go to try to define them, okay? Because I'm not going to give you too much of me to take for granted. Let me put it that way, right? So all these people that are saying, what are we? Now you could ask me, what are we? Because of how I will be with you. You will be the one to be trying to define the relationship, because you'll be like, this one no send my papa. This one no send my papa. So yeah, and I don't know. I think it's a personality thing as well, right? But that's just the way I am. So I don't really know how to do undefined relationship or unrequited love, or you're following one man up and down, the man is not giving you face. I cannot relate. It never happened to me. So the next one is, how was your singlehood like? How did you meet your husband? So I met my husband on Facebook. Okay, I've shared that story before. And how was your singlehood like? I think I just gave you guys a glimpse of my singlehood. My singlehood was fun, nonchalant, just enjoying my life. Okay. Yeah, I don't really have that many. I wasn't single for that long. Okay, I got married before I graduated from university, so I didn't really have that singlehood of just, oh, you're doing your own thing, you're living alone, or you don't have a job and you're just living in a different city and you are dating. I didn't have that experience. I was in school when I met my husband, and I got married basically in my final year. That's why I don't really have so many heartbreak stories, or even though I met a lot of people while I was in school, but I don't really have heartbreak stories or stories of men being stupid, because I wasn't, during my singlehood, I wasn't focused on relationship, which is quite funny that I even ended up marrying early. I wasn't focused on relationship at all. I was just living my life, enjoying myself. I remember when I was in uni, right? I had this friend that was always so into, this church program about singles. And then I used to be like, Auntie, calm down now. Like, it's not that deep. It was never that deep for me. Even the way I married, it felt like joke. That's how it felt, to be honest. It felt like joke. I just got married. It was never too deep for me. So my singlehood was very chill. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. It says, growing up, were you an outgoing person or an indoor baby girl? I was an indoor baby girl through and through. I still am. I've always been an indoor baby girl. Yeah, I can go. I've never been an outgoing person, to be honest. Like, let me not even start. Of course, I used to go out, but when I go out, there's this internal clock in my head that's like, okay, can we leave now? I need to go back home. I need to go back home. My ideal fun, event or whatever that has to do with other people is like, let's say now for my birthday, I would rather have like 4-5 friends just come to my house, we chill, we eat, we watch movies, we gist. To me, that's like 10 over 10, perfect birthday. Okay, you see all this party, all this rent hall, all this go to club, all those nah, wait, now have crowd, count me out. And that's it for all the questions. If I didn't answer any, I will answer them in subsequent videos, maybe like in vlogs, what I always do, like if there are questions here that I did not answer in this video, I'll answer them in vlogs or subsequent sit down videos. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.